You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down.
Look at the stars. The great kings of the past look down on us from those stars. So whenever you feel alone, just remember that those kings will always be there to guide you.
I don't think it is very useful to speculate on what God might or might not be able to do. Rather, we should examine what he actually does with the universe we live in.
We are all explorers, driven to know what's over the horizon. The most profound discoveries are not necessarily beyond that next star. They're within us, woven into the threads that bind us.
Hello, beautiful people. Happy Tuesday, happy Mars Day, and happy birthday to Channing Tatum. Really, that's the only person I think we need to wish a happy birthday to today. No, I'm just kidding. Also, Melania Trump has a birthday today, Jet Li, Kevin James, Jordana Brewster, Tom Welling, Carol Burnett, Kane. Basically, all we needed to say was Channing Tatum, actually. But it's Taurus season, so happy birthday to all of my Tauruses. And if you have a birthday of someone you know has a birthday today, let me know in the comments so I can give them a shout out. So today's energy is going to feel a little bit different than yesterday, and it might feel more optimistic, more abundant, because Mercury is forming a sextile to Jupiter. We have a lot of activation with Venus today as well. So let me know if you're watching live or if you're finding this later, how Monday felt for you. The Pisces moon made us extra sensitive, maybe a little touchy as it came into a conjunction with Mars last night. And so, yeah, we could have felt a little overly emotional or triggered. I know that yesterday was not the easiest day for me personally, emotionally. So if you were right there, that has passed and the vibes should feel a lot more optimistic today. So let's talk about the main transits that are playing out, and then we will go into what's going on with the Pisces moon. All right, so pulling up our chart here. First, we're going to talk about what's going on with Venus. And Venus will be forming a sextile with the North Node both today and tomorrow. Keep in mind, Neptune was also forming a sextile with the North Node for an extended period of time. And we still have Saturn here at 24 degrees. On my exact Saturn, you guys, the Saturn return is kicking in, let me tell you. Saturn is still forming a T-square to the North and South nodes. So really forcing us to learn some lessons and marking this pivotal shift or this pivotal moment, these pivotal lessons we're learning that are helping us align with our path. Very much in tune with the solar eclipse that's coming up this Saturday. If you're already starting to notice some shifts happening, some things falling away, some other opportunities opening, that is very much in line with eclipse season and with this T-square between Saturn and the North and South nodes. Saturn is going to clear out anything that is not aligning us with our purpose, and it could be in a forceful or more of an uncomfortable way. So just know that if there's tension coming up for you at all at any point in your life right now, you can thank Saturn for that, and you can really look at it as an overall like structural shift that the universe is giving you to set you up for whatever's meant for you down the road. But we're not talking about Saturn today. I just got caught up because I saw Saturn's at 24 degrees and I'm like, whoa boy, my Saturn is at 24 degrees. And if you're also going through your Saturn return, I feel you. I am there with you. So let's talk about Venus though. Venus is much more fun to talk about. Venus is forming a sextile. So Venus is over here at 23 degrees in Pisces, and note that Venus is about to come into a conjunction with Neptune over the next couple of days and with Jupiter during the solar eclipse Jupiter and Venus will be in a conjunction. So really abundant, loving vibes with this eclipse, which is, we love that. Very much welcome. But today, Venus is forming a sextile to the North Node and harmonizing with the South Node. Because remember, anytime a planet connects with the North Node, it's also making a connection to the South Node. And this is more of a subtle transit we're feeling in the background. But with Venus forming a sextile to the North Node, essentially it's asking us to lean into love, to align with our purpose, to align with the energy we're here to become more like, the lessons we're here to learn. So a sextile, this 60-degree angle, does require us to put in a little bit of work to lean into it in order to take the benefits from it. And that's just kind of the message overall for today. You'll notice as we keep going through the transits, leaning into love, finding that positive, abundant energy is going to be really helpful for you to kind of realize where you're supposed to be going and what's supposed to be happening for you. Remember, Venus rules our relationships and our finances. So movement in these areas is actually supporting the lessons we're here to learn and the energy we're here to embody. Now, with eclipse season, with Saturn squaring the North and South Node, this could actually be like opportunities falling through or feeling like money isn't coming in exactly how you would want it to. But Venus is here today to remind us whatever's happening financially is supporting our purpose, is supporting the path we're supposed to be walking. Now, this transit actually does have the potential to attract new love or new money into our lives that we are, again, meant to come across in this lifetime. But we have to be open and we have to stay aligned with that loving energy, being willing to see the beauty, being open to attraction. A big concept or principle of manifestation is being open, right? Aligning with the energy that you want to call in. So if you're feeling scarcity or doubt come up, and it could be very easy to fall into that with what's going on with Saturn right now, just really try to align yourself back with love and trust, and knowing with Venus and Pisces, trust is huge, knowing that abundance is coming to you, knowing that what is meant for you is going to come to you, and that's going to help you align with it more easily and call it in more easily. Now, that's kind of our background transit today. It's a positive transit. Venus and Pisces in general is just a really great, loving energy, and Venus is coming to the end of its time in Pisces over the next few days, but we're going to soak it in. We're going to soak it in, especially with this solar eclipse, Venus playing a really big role in that. Venus is packing a punch in her last few degrees transiting through Pisces. The main transit we are feeling today, though, happens to be with Mercury. Mercury sextile Jupiter. So that same 60-degree angle. Really, this is a great time to point out a trend we're seeing right now. You can see a ton of energy over here in Taurus, right? The Sun, Uranus, North Node, and Mercury all in Taurus. So we have what's called a stellium in Taurus right now, a ton of Taurus energy we're feeling. But we also have that stellium in Pisces. We have 5 planets in Pisces right now, I believe. So really feeling that Pisces energy still. And with these two signs, two away from each other, I don't know if that makes sense, but Venus and Pisces, Taurus and Pisces are 60 degrees away from each other on the zodiac wheel. So we're feeling a lot of supportive energy between all of these planets. And you'll see that trend play out throughout the week. And we've already been feeling it quite a bit with a lot of the transits we've been talking about. So just know that overall, overarchingly, there's a lot of support for us. And with all the Pisces energy, it's like allowing us to dream and kind of imagine and fantasize and lean into spirituality and open our minds up to other concepts. But all the Taurus energy is keeping our feet planted on the ground, really helping us be stable and secure and move forward slowly rather than getting totally lost in that fantasy. So it's a really supportive energy with these two transits, or these two signs being jam-packed full of planets right now. Okay, so that's my little tidbit just about the general energy. But now let's talk specifically about Mercury forming a sextile with Jupiter. So this is another 60-degree angle, a supportive angle. Mercury is the planet of communication. It's the messenger planet. It rules our mental state, our thoughts, our words, our ability to communicate what we're thinking. Jupiter is the planet of abundance, optimism. It's like magnifying anything it touches. And Jupiter really likes to be in Pisces. It's given us a lot of optimism. And you might have noticed throughout Jupiter's transits in Pisces, and it's been a slow and steady process as Jupiter has moved through Pisces. And it'll be here for a while longer as well. You might have noticed a lot of ideas coming through since about the beginning of the year when Jupiter moved into Pisces, or the end of December. And so, you know, it's like we're kind of at this point right now with a lot of planets now activating Jupiter in Pisces, where it's like really bringing through those ideas. It's building upon those ideas. And with Mercury forming a sextile to Jupiter, just in general today, it'll be easy to lean into optimism, think happy thoughts. Jupiter in the sign of Pisces, like I said, boosts our imagination, brings through all those exciting ideas, and that will only be supercharged today with Mercury forming this supportive angle to Jupiter, really making us more curious, more expressive. Like any ideas you've had could feel totally amplified today. So if you feel like a lot's coming through, this could be a great day to brainstorm, honestly. However, I will say, since it's a great time to think about grand plans, it's like long-term visions, big goals, maybe even like long-term travel plans and things like that. It's a great time to just envision all the possibilities, especially if it has to do with learning something new, especially in the realm of spirituality or travel. But with so much Pisces energy right now, and we'll talk about this a little bit more when we get into what's going on with the moon, today's the day to brainstorm, but not necessarily to solidify those plans. If you are making plans and like actually setting things in stone, it can still be favorable, and luck is still on your side with Jupiter in the mix. Jupiter just brings good luck and fortune and abundance. So anytime Jupiter's involved, we're like, okay, we'll take it. You know, it's positive energy. But with so much going on in Pisces, it could be easy to get a little carried away or get a little bit ahead of ourselves. So Mercury forming this sextile to Jupiter is really asking us to brainstorm and imagine and think about all the grand visions, but maybe hold off a little bit before you execute them. Especially since we're in eclipse season now, you never know. Those ideas could like manifest on their own, or shifts could happen on their own just from you like thinking about things and kind of aligning with that energy. So eclipse season is the time to let the universe do the work and just sit back and see what shifts are happening. But this is a really beautiful opportunity to think about all the possibilities, envision all of the things that could go right. We're more optimistic today with Mercury forming a sextile to Jupiter. So if we're thinking about all the positive possibilities, all of the exciting things that could happen, like that is powerful energy that we're putting out, and these eclipses could bring them into the reality really quickly. So loving all the hearts on Instagram, you guys. Hi, I see you over there. The moon is in Pisces. We talked about a lot of Pisces energy, and that Pisces moon we really felt it yesterday with that conjunction with Mars last night. Like if you felt a little overly emotional, I see you, me too. So the moon in Pisces just in general heightens our sensitivities. It allows us to tap into our emotions more easily, which can make us more compassionate, more empathetic, more loving, but it can also just make us more sensitive in general. Imagination, creativity, spirituality are all favored under the Pisces moon, especially with which we talked a lot about Jupiter and Pisces forming this sextile to Mercury, creative expression. You know, if you're getting all these ideas, like journaling about them or writing them down with, like, as silly as it sounds, even like a fun colored pen or doing it in a creative way is definitely going to be favored with the moon in Pisces. This is the time, though. The Pisces moon asks us to flow, to trust. So again, all of the transits today are supporting us dreaming up big ideas and just handing them over, surrendering them to the universe and letting the universe do its work rather than us like forcing or making any moves on our own. We love a Pisces moon. Well, some of us love a Pisces moon. It depends where Pisces is in your chart. But Pisces energy is like very intuitive as well. So pay attention if like an idea keeps coming back to you, like write it down and sit with it and hold on to it. It could be your intuition telling you like this is something for you, you know, really be open to it. Early this morning, 5 a.m. Pacific time, the moon formed a sextile to Uranus. That word again, sextile. We have a lot of sextiles going on right now. It's going to be kind of our aspect of the week, I think. The moon forms a sextile to Uranus. So this is a nice supportive angle, and you might have woken up this morning feeling excited or open to change, a bit of anticipation about what's to come. This could have set the stage early this morning. We could have surprise encounters today or unexpected happenings going on. That might have already happened to you. You might have woken up to some like surprising news in some way. Again, Uranus also heightens our intuition, especially with the moon in Pisces. So this is a time, if opportunities are coming into your awareness, maybe don't immediately say yes to them, because the moon in Pisces makes us open to deception or illusion. So we really want to be like careful about where we're putting our energy right now, but stay open to them, write them down, file it away. And if you sit with something long enough and it keeps coming back, this could be an indicator that it's meant for you. Really though, again, it's all about going with the flow and following opportunities as they present themselves. Instead of trying to force things and make your own opportunities, this is about just being open. Like really the energy of the day with Venus forming a sextile to the North Node, with Mercury forming a sextile to Jupiter, is just to be open to receive. Like staying open to receive can be extremely powerful under all of this energy. But here are the heavy hitter transits that we're really going to feel late tonight. So 9 p.m. Pacific time, the moon meets up with Venus. Let's jump ahead on our chart here. I just love like showing conjunctions on the chart. I don't know what about it really gets me going, but look at the moon. She's in the mix with all of this energy right now, and we're not even talking about her conjunction to Jupiter until tomorrow. So the energy is really going to feel loving and potent under the Pisces moon late tonight. Let's talk about what happens when the moon meets up with Venus. Again, this is at 23 degrees, 9 p.m. Pacific time. This really brings in loving emotions, and not just like basic love, but with Venus in Pisces, with the moon in Pisces, this is about universal love. This is about tapping into the love of the universe, the love of God, the love of spirit, that love that is within all of us, that connects all of us. And doing so can bring us a sense of peace or harmony, or like we're being guided. It's almost like that, like metaphorical hug from your guardian angels when the moon meets up with Venus and Pisces, knowing that we're loved, knowing that we're being guided, knowing that we're being supported. And we'll also be nurtured with the moon and Venus meeting up in Pisces by being in beautiful environments. It could just feel like those rose-colored glasses are on and everything looks more beautiful. We'll feel more affectionate in our relationships, and we're also more likely to attract love to us when the moon meets up with Venus. Now, there is a shadow and a light to every transit. I always say this. And with the moon meeting up with Venus, there's a lot of positive, loving potential, I will say. Like that is kind of the main message you should hear. However, this does kind of come with a little bitty warning label. And I want to make sure to mention this because Venus rules our money, right? It's all about the power of attraction. And so with this conjunction happening in Pisces, it could be easy to like do some emotional spending, you know, if we're feeling sensitive for any reason. We could be quick to like open our wallet and buy something to feel that rush of dopamine. Also, it could just be overly sensitive, right? Like, and it's not even like negative sensitivity. It's like the moon forming this conjunction with Venus is like, you could be overwhelmed by the amount of love you feel. It could be like happy tears or beautiful tears, but we could just be like really emotionally sensitive. I don't know about you, but while the moon has been in Pisces, like I've just been on the verge of tears for the past 2 days. And I'm not normally a super emotional person like that, but tears have been coming to me a lot more quickly with the moon in Pisces. So it could be loving tears, but just don't be surprised if you feel like a surge of emotions late Tuesday night. And again, watch your spending. Could be easy to just be a little overly optimistic about how much money you actually have in your bank account. And, if you're feeling sensitive, kind of jumping to buy something or spend money or use money to try to feel some sort of way. The last transit we'll talk about is a conjunction between the Moon and Neptune. This happens at 11 p.m. Pacific time. And if you're already asleep by then, expect wild dreams tonight. And if you do have wild dreams, come back tomorrow and tell me about them, because I'm really curious to see what comes through. Could just be very vivid dreams that even confuse us a little bit. Like they're so vivid that we don't really know what to pull from them. If you're still awake late tonight as this transit is coming together, as the Moon and Neptune are coming into a conjunction, it could be, again, this rush of visions and fantasies coming through. It could feel like a lot of intuitive downloads, a beautiful time to brainstorm. Mind you, Mercury forms a sextile to Jupiter at about 10 p.m. tonight. So this is all happening at the same time. And I would imagine a lot of inspiration coming through late Tuesday night. Now, we just don't want to get too carried away in a fantasy. When the Moon forms a conjunction to Neptune, it's really easy to get confused or get lost down the rabbit hole or be open to deception. We're just extremely energetically open tonight with the Moon and Neptune meeting up in Pisces. It's like all of our boundaries are dissolved. That's why inspiration can come through a lot more quickly and a lot more easily, because we're so open and we're so tapped into spirit, or kind of like our intuition is really tapped into higher realms. Like we can bring through that information more easily, but not everything we bring through is necessarily meant for us to act on. So again, it could just be easy to kind of get lost in a fantasy or lost in all the inspiration that's coming through. And we're also more susceptible to like mental attacks. So we really need to protect our energy tonight when the Moon forms a conjunction to Neptune. Like just really be aware of our own energetic boundaries. This doesn't mean you need to like barricade yourself in your room and not interact with anybody or like shut energy out, but instead just be aware of your energy, be aware of what's yours, what's not yours to hold, because like we can be very empathic under this transit as well. Also, when the Moon forms a conjunction to Neptune late tonight, like just wash your hands, be really careful of hygiene, because we're also more susceptible to illness. So yeah, especially if you're going to go out or be around people at all this evening or tonight, I would say like really be mindful of your hygiene. Bring some crystals with you, bring some protection with you in some way. Just definitely protect your energy, because the key to using today's energy is staying open to all the possibilities, but being too open can also, like I said, bring through other things that aren't necessarily meant for us, or bring in energy that we don't necessarily want. So just something to be mindful of. That's going to do it for all the transits today. So we have a lot of abundant energy, a lot of very sensitive, inspirational energy to work with. We just don't want to go too far into the fantasy, right? Let's do a little overview and then we will pull a card. And I see you guys watching, so let me know if you have any questions. The chat is very quiet today. All right, so we have a lot of abundant inspirational energy to work with today. Mercury is forming this supportive 60-degree angle to Jupiter, bringing in a lot of grand visions and ideas. And with Jupiter in Pisces, it brings through a lot of inspiration, but it can also bring through some confusion. So we want to make sure with all the Pisces energy that we're open to the inspiration, we're open to the ideas, but we want to take some time to really discern what's meant for us and not jump into anything too quickly. Venus is also forming a supportive angle to the North Node, really asking us to align with loving energy, to be open to attraction, and sit back and allow the universe to do the rest of the work by simply aligning with love, not just love for other people, but with the love of the universe, the energy of attraction. We could be surprised how quickly things enter our awareness to align us with the path we're meant to walk. The moon is in Pisces, making us all more sensitive, empathetic, compassionate, and heightening our emotions a little bit as well. The moon formed a sextile to Uranus this morning, making us feel a little excited or anticipating what's to come. You could have surprise encounters or unexpected happenings today. Late Tuesday night, the moon meets up with Venus, then Neptune. This is going to make us feel a rush of love and really open ourselves to the beauty all around us. Again, this isn't just interpersonal love. This is universal love. This is spirituality. This feels like a giant hug from your guardian angels, letting you know that you are being guided, that you are being supported. When the moon meets up with Neptune, though, it dissolves any energetic boundaries we have up. We are wide open. And so you could feel a rush of inspiration come through. Even if you're sleeping, your dreams could be really vivid or wild. We just want to make sure, as open as we are with these conjunctions in Pisces, to protect our energy as well. And again, not act on things too quickly. We want to make sure that we are really aligned with whatever ideas are coming through before we act on them, because you can expect to have more ideas than you know what to do with, more inspiration than you know what to do with by the end of the day. Today's a beautiful day for brainstorming, for creativity, writing things down, moving energy through you, and just staying open, allowing whatever shifts are going to happen to flow to you, and allowing the universe, spirit, God to bring things in that need to be brought in and clear things out that need to be cleared out. So today is a day about staying open to inspiration, staying open to whatever the higher plan is that we can't fully make sense of right now, and really just staying aligned with loving energy, coming back to loving energy if we feel lost or confused at any point. Okay? I'm going to pull a card from The Universe Has Your Back deck today, just a simple message that needs to come through. Nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy. As I'm shuffling, this is your time to ask your questions, and you can ask a question too to the universe. If you are looking for guidance, this is your time to get clear on what you're looking for guidance for. This card is meant for you if you are watching. Okay. What do we need to know today? What do we need to know about all the inspiration that's going to come through? Love this. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. Very much echoes everything we've been talking about, returning to love, aligning with love, and just allowing the universe to be our teacher, to be our guide. And it'll be easy to get back into that loving state with so much Pisces, beautiful energy we're working with today. So this is reminding us we can stay within the light as long as we trust. And when darkness comes up, that's okay. We can observe it. We can say, thank you for showing me what I don't want. Thank you for showing me what's not meant for me, and get right back into the light, get right back into alignment with love, and know that we're guided and supported through every obstacle, every challenge, every moment, beautiful or hard. So, I love this card. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. Amazing. All right, everyone, awfully quiet in the chat today, but I know you're here. I know you're getting the guidance, and that's all that matters. I want to show you one more thing before we sign off, something I am very excited about. I've been teasing this for a while, but I just want to let you know there's some new stuff in the spiritual shop that I just launched, some merch specifically based on your astrological sign. So if you just go to thespiritualjournalist.com/shop, you can also scan the QR code in the corner and it'll take you there. And you just click on astrology. You can shop by your sign. I'm still working on uploading some more designs, some more options for people, but we'll just go with Pisces since we've been talking so much about Pisces energy. And you can see different shirts for members of the family. I'm working on launching some totes and fun things like that too. But The spiritual shop is growing, friends, and I realize I don't talk about it enough. So I just want you to know that that's there for you if you're interested. It's the easiest and I think the most fun way to support these live streams, to get a little something for yourself. And that's what keeps this going, keeps the free information coming to you every day. So just wanted to let you know that's there for you if you are interested. Thank you, Diane. So happy to see you here. And yes, be the light is my mantra. And there's a lot of Be the Light merch also on in the spiritual shop if you're interested in that. There's a hat that says Be the Light that people love. I actually have it hanging on the door behind me, but you can't see it. So yeah, just wanted to let you know that's there for you. No pressure at all, but you can't sell things unless you talk about them. So here I am. All right, everyone. I hope you are having a beautiful Tuesday so far. I hope the rest of the day goes well for you. I'll end with our affirmation of the day, and that is, I allow myself to dream freely. Today's the day to dream. Today's the day to be open to all of the possibilities. Allow yourself to just free your mind and stay open and see what comes through. Today's the day to dream, not the day to do. So just allow yourself to be in that dream state today. We will be back tomorrow to talk about a lot of the energy that's picking up leading up to this solar eclipse. It's going to start getting faster and busier as the week goes on. We're going to start to see a lot more conjunctions, a lot more activation in Pisces. So this energy of staying open is kind of just the beginning of it. We'll be back tomorrow morning. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Remember that this is always here for you every day, this guidance. And if it was helpful, please go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so we can monetize these videos through YouTube and keep them coming to you for free every single day. Thank you for being here for yourself. Thank you for showing up for this community today. I love you. I hope you have the most beautiful Tuesday of your life. And until I see you next, stay curious. Thank you so much for joining us and aligning with the energy of the universe today. If you enjoyed this morning's episode of Transits Today, you can join our live astrology discussion every weekday morning right here wherever you're watching. And head to thespiritualjournalist.com to read your daily astrology forecast and browse the spiritual shop. The most fun way to help keep these forecasts free and support more content like this is to buy yourself a little something on our website. But if you're feeling extra generous, you can also buy me a coffee to fuel future live streams. Just tap the link in the description or head to buymeacoffee.com and search The Spiritual Journalist. And speaking of, you can also tune in to The Spiritual Journalist, our weekly live interview where we ask our guests questions about everything from crystals and manifestation to mental health and the environment. Those conversations stream live right here wherever you're watching now every Tuesday. I'm so grateful you found us here, and I can't wait for our next conversation.